Hi, I'm George Ramirez from C Magazine, and this here is the new Kia EV6 GT line. My gosh, look at this beautiful car. Look at those lines. It's just stunning, really. But aside from its looks, this car is a really good performer, actually. Its range is like 528 kilometers, one charge cycle. That is really long. Baguio, for example, that's about 240 maybe, somewhere around there. Maybe less, actually. So this car can easily go there and come back if you really want it. If it's flat roads, it's easier. You can probably get the full range. Of course, doing that, you don't drive like you're racing either. But speaking of that, it sure has a whole lot of torque too. Earlier, we were test driving this thing, and God, was I satisfied. Every time you want to pass, you gun it, you get planted into your seat. Passing is done like this. And let's stick to the front end of the car first, and let's open the bonnet. What do we have here? What you typically see in a car, right? The engine cover. But with this car, open it, it's a compartment. And it's got your tire kit here, because it doesn't have a spare. You can easily change the tire or put the, fix a flat sort of thing that semi-inflates the tire and gets you to the repair station as soon as possible, right? So that's how these cars work. So the only other things in here are your fluids, and it does have a cooling fluid, but not for an engine, it's for the batteries. You have another external battery which runs your radios and your air cons and stuff like that, and your brake fluid, right? So that's basically what's under the bonnet here. There ain't no engine here. It's a motor and it's below it. The whole floor of the car, those are your batteries. And there's pretty good luggage space. It's got this. It's got the nets to hold these things down if you want, or actually the real place to keep your wires is in here, which you can put both these wires and the other set that comes for when you want to plug the car into a normal socket, right? So there's two types of wires that you use. These ones for the charging stations and the other ones for plugging into your house. The other end of that is you press this and it's quiet, man. It doesn't make a sound, it just opens, right? It shows you how much you have. Like if this were full charge still, if it was down there, it would be 1 bar, and then as you charge, this thing goes up. So you know, from out here, you don't have to go check inside, right? When you want to close it, and close it, just like most good cars today. Like with most EVs, there's two bits to this. This part, this goes into the car. This one goes into the charger. Plugging in, no need to press, right?
Yes, sir.
So we just simply stick it in there, and it's in.
Yes, sir.
And the procedure is plug here first before plugging there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Again, sir, you will just tap it to the screen. Yeah, and then it shows the bar charging.
Now we're charging. Simply unhook it. Press the button to release. Out it goes. Silent. Aside from that, it's got so many beautiful design features, and inside the car, it's when you really feel like you're in Star Trek or something, man. It's just modern. You really feel you're in the 21st century. This car is roomy. Since there's no engine compartment, the whole inside of the car is just like extra big. So you got tons of legroom in front, tons of legroom in the back, and your controls are all here. 3 controls, that's it. Drive, neutral, reverse. And when you stop, you just press the center, park, and that's it. The instrument cluster is expansive. It's got like 2 big screens built into one instrument cluster. It's this wide. I mean, I don't know how many inches this is, but it's big, right? And so you get to use all of it. Aside from what you normally would find in the instrument cluster, plus of course, it's got to do with charging and how much you're charging and not charging, which if I got it going, we have to not put the door open. But anyway, it's there when we're cruising. You see when you back off, you start to charge, or when you brake, you start to charge, and then when you step on it, how much you're consuming. So you can manage your consumption just like in a normal petrol car. So you have all of that, and then you can control the sound of the car. You have 3 choices. For example, here you have it's showing you that's the battery, which that's pretty much where it's located, and we've consumed that much, right? So the green is the charge, and what we consume is the gray. We still have a range of 490 kilometers. Okay. Over here, this is the charging half, and this is the power when you're consuming half, right? You have another gauge over here that helps you with that. That's your kilowatts per hour and per 100 kilometers. So you're doing about 18.4, and we were just totally in the city and we haven't gone out of town. We've been accelerating, checking out the torque and the power of the car, and you just leave everyone, and it's actually quiet. You just kind of sink in and zip away. You leave everyone. It's really nice. The handling, I love the steering wheel now, and the handling of the car is so flat and balanced. You feel the road, so I'm just aching to get this car out of town. This should be driven out of town. On the left panel here, the bottom is your drive modes, right? And here is your cruise control. This is your lane depart assist. This is the distance from the car in front, and if you want it to start braking by itself. Over here, you can zoom into this. We got for your seats naman. So all the seats can be either cooled or warmed up, including the steering wheel. Other cool things are like, for example, when we signal, you put it down, and the camera over there shows the blind spot. Right? So aside from looking at your mirror and having to bend your neck, you can also just look there and see if it's clear or not. And it goes for both sides. When you're turning on the other side, it does the same thing. Right? So you do have your mirrors. It's not that you don't have them. You do have them, but you have that to assist you as well. We're just cruising along here, being nice, law-abiding citizens and keeping to the speed limit. But if ever you need to pass, you can imagine out in the country roads when you are required to do a lot of passing, or especially in mountain roads. Passing is something you want to do quickly. It's not a safe place to be when you're passing, so you want to get it over with as fast as possible, so you're out of that danger zone as fast as possible. So having a lot of torque is quite nice because you just step on it and boom, you're there. There's no engine compartment to really accommodate a big engine and transmission. There's so much space. So like, look at this for me. I mean, okay, I don't have the longest legs, but there's too much. I mean, this is really huge, right? It's got chargers here, aircon here, and when you sit, I always like to check how's my shoulders, and my gosh, there's a lot of space. They gave, you really feel actually quite luxurious here in the back. It's really a nice, comfortable, premium car. And the other thing, by the way, is since they're going green, all the material, this leather and everything, it's all vegan leather. So this is all made from vegetables. You don't have to kill no cows to give us this. Magazines. You got your drink holders. You can make it just a box, put your cell phone, put documents or whatever it is, however you want to use it. And then when you want to use it for drinks again, you have that. Quite convenient. Plus you have the compartment here that opens straight into the trunk, right? So if ever you needed to, you could actually reach for something, you can position it there. You can actually cheat and put your cooler there, stick your hand in, get a nice cold one, bring it back out. Well, after test driving this car, all I can say is I want to test drive it some more. There's so much more I want to do with it and learn about it. It handled quite well. The car was stable. That I felt. Though, like I said, that's why I want to bring it out to mountain roads and things like that. So I think I'd really enjoy myself with this car. Braking was really good also. Felt good. Again, it's a secure feeling when you do the brakes. Lots of road feel. And yet at the same time, it was so roomy inside, right? So as an executive car, it's fantastic. The legroom is huge. Your shoulder space is big. It had everything you needed in it, and you felt you were in the 21st century. Definitely, actually, you felt you were in the future. The car's modern, looks modern, it feels it. So I loved it, and gosh, it's stunning. I just can't get over how good this car really looks. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you, Kia. It was a really wonderful day test driving this car. So from C Magazine's George Ramirez, till the next test drive.